Hi everybody, it's me, Gregory Manarino. How are you today? Alright guys, I've been doing a lot of videos lately going over some very important information. I really feel that way because, in my opinion, we are now entering a new phase leading up to the pan-global financial and economic collapse that I've been talking about for the longest time. Now, I made up a couple of charts for you, and I believe that they will enlighten you as to why I am feeling that we are right now at a very critical juncture. Let me start off with this. I've made some long-term charts here. All of these charts are from 1999 until today, so you can really gauge as to what I am talking about. This first chart is the S&P 500 index. Here we go. Alright guys, here we go. We are today, okay, at the same level that we were in 1999. You got that? Now, if you were to base this against inflation, the S&P 500 has lost value. As a matter of fact, if you would have invested in toothbrushes, you would have outperformed the S&P 500. I'm sorry to make a joke, but it's the truth. Now let's move forward. This is a chart of crude oil, same time period. People have very short memories, and the mainstream media isn't going to tell you any of this, so that's why I decided to take on this responsibility. Do you guys realize that at the end of 1999, a barrel of crude oil, just take a guess off the top of your head, well, what do you think it was? Well, it was $15. $15. It has went up six-fold. And this is what it looks like. Oh, yes. Very nice, isn't it? So, I want you guys to understand that all this nonsense that you hear on the mainstream media about, oh, crude is pulling back because of the problems in Europe. Guys, it's really insane. And, they really should put people out there that are not puppets, that won't respond to the information that's put into them like a robot. They really have no idea what they're doing, what they're talking about. And again, it's all just, it's not any real information. It's a show, and they're designed to sell products. That's it. And they need to keep you thinking everything is just great. But, so far, what do we know? We have an S&P 500 index that's at the same level it was since 1999. We have crude oil that's gone up six-fold from $15 to almost $90. And this trend is going to get much, much worse. Again, look at this trend, guys. I mean, except for this, the crash of 2008, I mean, all it did was resume the trend line, and it's up. So where do you think crude is going to go towards the end of the year? Does that arrow give you a clue? Well, I hope it does. Look at the volume. Look at this volume, guys. People are believing that this is pretty serious. How about this? The diminishing volume here in the S&P. People are not committed to this. Okay, now I want to show you guys another chart. This chart, the US dollar index, again, same time period, and crude oil. So you can get a picture of what's going on here too. This US dollar, it is dying. Crude, now again, there may be some upside here to the US dollar because we're going to hit this resistance line and we're going to drop down. That's going to push crude up higher. I mean, look at this. You do not